My name is Xavier Ramey. I'm a Senior Assistant Director for Social Innovation and Philanthropy at the University of Chicago's Office of Civic Engagement. I'm also a Social Strategist and Operations Director for the Let Us Breathe Collective, which is a political advocacy and a police brutality and accountability activism group here in Chicago. I think I'm very successful. I do, because I'm happy. To me, success is when you are engaged in something that you feel is your heart's passion and is your path in life that you feel you've been brought here into this world to do, and you are also appreciative of the ups and downs and happy. It's very difficult. A lot of people spin their wheels doing a lot of work and being very unhappy. And they have big titles, they have big salaries, and they have big dreams, but those dreams are not what they're doing. I'm living my dream. I'm happy. I'm appreciative. I'm successful. At the end of the day, this is something that I think every person who grows up in entrenched poverty is going to have to deal with. If you are selected, if you are fortunate, if you are blessed enough to fall through the cracks of injustice, you will be very alone and you will watch your family die. You will watch them in pain. You will watch them suffer. You will see mass incarceration affect your brothers and your cousins. You will see mental health run rampant throughout your line. You'll see all of these things and you'll be sitting there like, I feel successful. And that's not something that can make you have that second part, which is happy. Because you don't have the ability to do much about those things outside of pay. And you may not even have an understanding of why they're even happening. I work in a field now where I know exactly why these things are happening, and I know exactly how to help my family. I know exactly who's responsible for these things, and I know how to engage those people. And I have a platform where I can actually do that. And so I feel really full because I not only have the ability to understand why I'm here, but I can also advocate for those who are not allowed to be here, while also working, because I'm at a level now where I can actually make space for them to be there while still being true to myself and saying, this is wrong that it even exists like this. Yeah, live by principles, not by lessons. Principles are things that are immutable. They are truths about this world. Lessons are things you have to learn the hard way often. You know, there are certain truths about this world, and you can deny those truths or you can accept those truths and use them strategically to move forward. So for example, if you go to the top of the Sears Tower and you say defiantly, I do not believe in gravity. I do not accept the law of gravity. Or you say, I don't understand the law of gravity. He said, I challenge you, take several steps forward, come to the edge of the building, take one additional step. You will have 108 floors to contemplate whether you agree with the law of gravity, whether you like the law of gravity, whether you understand the law of gravity, and when you hit the ground, you'll learn your lesson. Now you can choose to stay at the top of the building and take the elevator, or you can insist on learning a lesson. That's a complicated question. I would first say that I'm not in full agreement with the notion that success means winning. Partly because, specifically to the Western ideals, winning is an individual feat, and I'm far more about team. And so I want to create some distance between me and that word, but still keep the importance of analyzing critically what my blackness, what my maleness has to do with what success can be and what my success has been. I think that, you know, my identity has played a tremendous role on what I've gotten and where I'm at. I think about this all the time. Would I still be in the finance world if I didn't have a brother with a mental illness? If I didn't have brothers who were incarcerated? If my cousin hadn't been locked up? If I didn't have aunts who died early from preventable diseases? If I didn't have a lot of my family living in poverty? I wonder if these very racialized statistics did not exist, would I have stayed in the field where it was all about me, i.e. winning? And I don't always think so. I think one of the reasons why I'm here in the social justice space, because I think I have a mind that could build great businesses. I think I have a mind that could do great research. I think I have a mind that could create great policy. I think I could do a lot of things. But what I've chosen to do is very specific, and I cannot say that it does not have a direct correlation to who I am and who I was born with, and me seeing that, and me seeing them, and me watching them suffer, and me being spared, seemingly. And so my identity has served as a catalyst. My identity has served as a point, at one point when I think my unpacking of all this was not very healthy. It has served as a point of shame. My identity has served, as a black man, has served as a point of pride. It has served as a weapon in some spaces where I choose to use that. It has served as a reason for reflection and comparison, to look amongst others. The difficulty is, and that's why I said I want to keep a distance from this word winning, with that comparison part. I don't want to compare myself to my brother. I don't want to compare myself to my sister. I don't want to compare myself to my other, because again, that comparison often propagates that fear that I was talking about needing to listen to, and that assumption of scarcity, right? And I cannot be in competition with my family. I can't. My parting words would be, do it differently, right? The very way in which I build my business has to bring justice to this world. I do not operate in a vacuum. The very way in which I teach my students has to improve the intergenerational relationships that are currently fractured. The way in which I communicate has to restore what's been lost to this person that I don't even know about, right? Like, it's doing it differently. It's thinking about the others while you think about yourself, not after you think about yourself.